Today, I'm checking my phone. Actually, I can see the video on my phone and everything. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to wrap everything, basically, from start to finish and everything. It's going to be refrigerator wrap. And just to let you know, on the top right-hand corner, you're going to see on your mobile devices or tablets or anything like that. If you click on the card, you can actually go to the website, to refrigerator wraps, door wraps, or whatever you think that, and also how-to videos. But also down below in the description box, I'm going to have the same links. So if you go to the links down there to go to the service, the full service, or designs or anything like that on the rmwraps.com website. And another thing is it's going to be a long video, so I'm going to have timelines. So if you have a question or say I don't want to watch the whole video, I want to skip right to on how to wrap a door with a curved edge, just go click on there. So I'm going to have little timelines going on and everything. But okay, let's just start started. So on the rmwraps website, if you want a full service, you go to rmwraps.com and then go to rmwraps.com and go to full service. Or if you want the DIY project, you can go from there. That's fine.
Full strip behind you. Blue Lakes Digital Decor?
On this one right here, it's actually a full service refrigerator wrap. And the customers want, what they did is they ordered on Home Depot, and then they went to, they told us to go pick it up at the Home Depot. And hold on, I just want to make sure I have them all and framed and everything. Okay. And so we just picked them up. And the best thing is because we wanted to pick them up at the store, because we opened them up and making sure there's no dents, and there was one dent, so they just traded out and did that. It's a lot quicker doing it this way instead of ordering online like in Amazon or anything like that, and it ships it to us and it's came dented, and then you spend days trying to get the new fridge coming. We only spent an hour, if that, to replace it. So the tools I'm going to be using, just a regular knife right here, what you see right here. Also, what I call is the Betty tool, and you can get it on yellowtools.com. I'm going to have a link down below, and also there should be a link on the top right hand corner. If you click on the card, you can see that too. Other than that, on the prints, now when you order, if you want a DIY, if you order a full fridge wrap, there's two different options. You can do each print separate. You can do that, or you can have one big sheet. What you're seeing right here is a big sheet. What that does is there's no cut marks, and it's very, very clean. If you have lots of texture or lots of, if you have texture, usually it hides the cut marks. But this is actually a very clean edge. And also on all the prints, I have little markers, little dots. So that indicates the corners of the doors or the bodies. So on the doors, they're going to be top corners. There's going to be two little markers, left, right, corner, and that indicates the corners of the door. So when you install it, this is actually perfectly lined up, and we're going to show you on this video. It'll be perfectly lined up. I have the same thing over here. You can't see it, but there's two little dots here, or two little dots, or one dot right here. And I'm going to actually line it up, and it should be perfectly lined up. So if you do a full-size fridge wrap with a full unit like this, what we're going to do is we're going to have, we actually, on Yellow Tools, it's called a double cut, bodyguard knife twin Teflon. And there's two little blades right here, and it only cuts the back of the paper. It doesn't cut the vinyl. You can cut the vinyl, but it's designed to cut the back. See, I mean, I can't cut myself. How do I do this? It's no big deal. Okay, so then when you're doing this kind of stuff, you want it less tacky the better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this backing off. I'll find it. There it is. And you can actually see how thin this is. This actually gives me enough vinyl to stick without fighting with the vinyl. And what right now I'm going to do is I'm going to tack that little dot right on the corner of that corner. Actually, I'm going to pull it a little bit. Right that corner to that corner. So I'm just tacking it on, and it doesn't have to. I mean, if I wanted to, I can pull it off and move it right back down. Next thing, I'm going to make sure this is actually lined up equally on the door. It's not, so I'm going to have to pull it up, and I'm going to actually, see, I can just pull it up, move it around. I'm just going to line it up. It was off just a couple centimeters, just enough right there. Okay, so I'm just tacking it on. That's perfect. Okay. So next, I'm going to grab my Betty from Mule Tools, and this is actually designed when you're installing it, the vinyl. It's just so much easier using this instead of the flat squeegee. You can still use a flat squeegee, but this actually makes it a lot easier. I'll put the links down below to get, if you want to get the Betty, if you start doing more and more wraps like this, but this is actually a dream. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this up a little bit. I'm going to grab the back of the paper, and I'm just going to kind of lay it down. And so it's laid down. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use my thumb to start it out. And now once I know it started out, okay. And this is on this one right here is on the gloss. Majority we do is on matte sheen, and we always use on the refrigerators. We always use air release vinyl. It just makes the job go a lot quicker, and if there's a little air bubble in the middle of it, you can actually pull it off. We do a lot of custom designs, so if you want something custom, just want to make sure you guys see all this fine. I got a Mevo camera. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pull that. I love this camera. There we go. Hopefully, you guys can see a little bit better. Okay, a lot of times what I do, I can open up the door and so when the door opens, the vinyl sticks on, it doesn't stick on the door, or it does, but it's easier to remove. So a lot of times we like to use a matte sheen for this, but for this project, actually it looks really nice. A lot of the products like a Coca-Cola or something that looks very clean and not rustic, we use the gloss vinyl. Okay, as you can see, I got a little, I don't know if you can see that, but I got a little air bubble right there. And I just I'm walking it down. And it's best to get the air bubbles when the vinyl's still kind of close by. And I'm just rolling it up and just barely pushing it down. And if you got any comments or questions while I'm doing this video, wait till the end of the video because I can't see it because I'm working. And it disappears after the video. And if you want something custom, you can do for your shop, you can do for your man cave, even for your office. You can do a lot of office stuff. You can see the logo designs if you want, or if you want art, if you want us to design something for you, you can do that. Okay, when you get to the bottom, you usually get the knife, and I find where the edge is at, and I just use my blade on the bottom and just go along the bottom of the refrigerator. Okay. Let's see, I want to make sure everything is in video mode. Okay. Okay, so next is, now we hit the top next. Again, I'm grabbing the back of the paper I'm gonna kind of work this way. Now there is a little place right here. Most fridges don't have this little, I guess a sensor or something, I'm not sure what this is. And I'm just gonna try to work my way around this little sensor part. The less obstacle courses you have when you're wrapping like a door or something you have like around here, the better it is. Okay. Okay, once you get it started, so now it's all encased, it looks pretty good. So I'm just going to slowly, if you got little increases, you just pull it up, push it right back down. I'm going to add a little heat to this at the end. I know it's going to be a long video, but if you want to skip to any part, like I said, I'm going to put little links down below in the description box telling you you want to learn how to do the doors, you want to learn how to do this or that, or go around the seal of the door. I'm going to try to make it as easy as possible and fast as possible for you guys to go right to the source. Okay. Try to stay in view of the camera. Sorry about that. Grab the paper in the back. And you just kind of take your time. I mean, we got a lot of people DIY projects like this. On the bigger refrigerators right now, to make it you guys a little easier to install, we usually have it in sections. So this will be section, this will be section, this will be section. So when you install it, I recommend doing the doors first, and then do the top, and then the sides. And there's going to be extra vinyl, and whatever extra vinyl you have, you just grab a knife and cut along it and take the extra vinyl off. That's one of the techniques you can use for that. Or if you want a full sheet going all the way around, and you can see it's really not that hard. You might have to get, for a higher refrigerator, you might have to get like a little step stool, and you guys kind of start from the corners, work your way down just like we're doing right now. But to me, if we're doing the full service, like this kind of stuff, it's the detail stuff that I like getting into. Before you wrap, when you get on the bottom, by the bottom, it's best to clean. Right, you got little big bubbles in there. It's best to clean the floor, or put something very clean before you install, because when you're installing it, you don't want to get lint or hair. Because if you even got a little hair particle in there, it'll poke through the vinyl. So I'm just kind of rolling the vinyl or the paper down a little bit, like every 2 inches, and it's. The vinyl sticking out enough just for me to get the squeeze on there. Like I said, this is air-release vinyl. Another plus thing about wrapping a refrigerator, after 5 or 6 years, and if it gets beat up or if you just get tired of the look, You can actually take it off. You wrap it. If you leave it, if it's like, for instance, if it's outside, you can put these fridges outside. If it's outside in the sun for 5 years, it might be a little more challenging to take off because the glue gets dried on there. But it is possible to take it off. As you can see, it's starting to look diamonds. Okay. So being organized, I put all my trash in one area and not getting all the way around or tripping over things. Let me see if I can. So I'm grabbing where the corner's at, taking a knife. Now on these edges, there's a little groove right here. I'm actually using my fingernail to get in between there. And now I'm going to use my knife. The blade's just going along the side of the metal. But like I say, the small details, like the back, very few people are going to see the back, but I just want to make the back look as good as the front. And if you have any comments or questions, or if you're a professional wrapper and you see something that you think, oh, you could do this better, or whatever, let me know. I'm an open person. I want it to do the best we can do it. We always learn something new from someone. And at the end of this job, I'm actually going to add a little heat on the back. Okay. Do a straight cut. And use my finger. A lot of times, sometimes it's just easier using my thumb. So every once in a while, I grab it. Vinyl and stretch it the opposite way to make it a little more taut so it doesn't bundle up right here when you're installing it. Again, I'm using my fingernail so I can actually see where the groove's at for the blade, and the blade actually goes a lot smoother in the groove. You can see it's looking much better. And if you receive a full wrap, you kind of do the same steps. Again, this is the full service. So customers ordered 12 units on this one, and yesterday we did mini fridges, and we got like 6. One kind of mini fridges and 2 the other kind of mini fridges. Now there's a little handle right here. Sometimes I take the doors off. On this one right here, I got a little rhythm going, so I'm gonna cut right here. And hopefully you guys can see all this. I'm trying to do my best to show you all the steps. To make a great looking mini fridge. Or actually refrigerator wrap on this one. Okay, and it doesn't matter if the refrigerator is black, as you can always tell me right now, you can see it's black. the colors will not show through this vinyl. This vinyl is actually made to go on signage on the outside, also on car wraps, or actually box truck cars. Anything with like a kind of almost a flat surface. And if your refrigerators are a little bit textured, no big deal. And I'm seeing a little bit of, it's a little bubble right there. I just massage it from my hand. It's just that simple. Okay, just gonna cut the excess off. Find the groove. Lately we've been starting to get more and more unique designs. So we want to stand out and come up with more fun, unique designs. So if you go on armwraps.com, you can see more designs of door wraps, fridge wraps, and everything. We're taking more photos of our own photos, so it tells that we're serious on the arm wraps. So it's all more unique stuff. But if you don't see what you're looking for, we don't do sports logos. Staying away from that. It's more, it costs a heck of a lot just to do trademarks for sports logos. And to me, I hate to say it, it's boring stuff. We want to have more feelings, more unique stuff. Say, oh, this will stand out. I mean, I hate to say it, but everyone does sports logos, and it just bores me. Okay, next, let's do these doors. Let's see where I'm at. Okay. On these doors, they're slightly curved, and the other door, actually, where the other door is at? The top door is slightly curved too. So it's best not to go from top to bottom. And on the prints, I said before, if it's a regular refrigerator and it's flat, there's going to be two little markers here and right here, and they indicate the corners of the door. So I just pull it back and backing down and go from there. On this one, we are actually going to, oh, there's the door right there. We're going to pull the backing this way. I'll show you real quick. Okay, as you can see, I pulled the backing down. A lot of times you don't have to pull it that far down. Usually you can pull about 3 inches down if you're going from top to bottom. But this one you have to wrap it all the way around the edge and everything. So on this one, I'm trying to visualize if you can see that better or not. Straight down. Okay. Next thing, I just want to make sure that it laps all the way around. Yes, it laps all the way around. Okay, that's all the way around. So now, on this curved door, I'm going to pull the backing over a little bit. The backing lifts the vinyl lap enough so I can actually squeegee it. So that's a plus thing right there. And you can see how easy it is to put on. And granted, yes, I am a professional rapper, but I try to make it's not as hard as people think. And I get phone calls all the time. Say, oh, make it look so easy. When I started the business, a little while ago, it was like 4 years ago or something like that. I was not a rapper. I was a mural artist. So I didn't know anything about wrapping, so I bought a big sticker and I just played around with it. Did a lot of experimenting and what vinyl works the best for this application, like door wraps and mini fridge wraps and refrigerator wraps and everything. And I found a happy medium. And I asked a lot too. I asked around. Okay.
One thing, I always lose my knife.
Okay. On this, I'm going to grab the bottom of this right here. I'm going to cut right to the edge of the door. Because there's a metal piece underneath here, so it's not going to stick as well. Actually, a plastic piece, I'm sorry. So it's just better to have it on the metal, the vinyl on the metal. So when you get to the edge, I'm cutting the excess off right now. So I'm not fighting with it. Okay. Let's get the edge of the door now. This door is actually curved a little bit. I'll actually zoom in a little bit. Hopefully that helps out you guys. There. Alright. Oops. Sorry, guys. I hope the audio is fine. Yesterday the audio wasn't that good. That's the reason why I'm doing another video. On this, I just use the hands. Okay, so what you're seeing right here, the vinyl is going on top of this door right here, or the body, I guess if you call it. And now, same thing, I'm going to use my knife. Hopefully you guys can see that. Here. I'm using my knife and I'm leaning against this right here, the door, or the body, I'm sorry. So on that, I'm doing here, and I'm doing a 45-degree angle this way. And it's just easier with the vinyl, when you cut the vinyl. And I'm not cutting on the door itself, or the sill or anything. I'm just going in enough just to cut it. Okay. This is the excess vinyl that I'm not going to use. Okay. Now, I cut the bottom part straight. In every order you're going to get, if you do a DIY project, you will get a knife and a squeegee. The squeegee is not going to be the same as the Betty, but it'll do just as good. Okay. So on the weather strip, let's see. I'll make sure you guys can see everything. I'm actually pulling up the sill and putting the vinyl behind the sill. You don't cut the seal, and it looks cleaner. And sometimes, yes, granted, some older fridges, you don't. The seals are, I guess, and you can't do that. So in that case, you gotta just cut around the seal where the seal's at. And there's like a little lip right here. So a lot of times, like I said, I use my fingernail just getting that groove. Let's do the same thing over here. Seal that. I'm just going to pull it a little bit. I usually like to start around the edges with my thumbs or fingers. Okay. Again, actually there's a little groove right here, so I'm going to cut straight this way. So make sure all the air bubbles are out this way. Okay, this vinyl is sticking on the body. I'm going to put the knife right here, 45, and go straight down, using the body as a guide. It's actually a perfectly straight. Okay. On this one, 2, 4. Same thing, you can't see it, but I'm just tucking it behind. And Grant knows they're going to see this, but it's more of knowing that I did a good job for the customer. A lot of these wrap jobs, you don't want to rush anything. The more of a rule of thumb is the faster you go, the more screw-ups you get. So I got a good even pace when I'm wrapping. And granted, there's days that I mess up and I gotta start all over. Or that's human nature. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see all that. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Okay, so on the top part, there's like a little grooves. Let me see. Let me show you that little grooves. Hold on. Okay, so it's right here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's little finger nips right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat the vinyl, and I'm going to sink the little grooves in there, and then also I'm going to use a knife after that. So what you're seeing right here, the heat gun actually softens up the glue and the vinyl, and it sinks it more and actually activates the glue. Hi. Okay, so once the vinyl is sunken in, come here, stop. I can see actually where the grooves are at. So I use the knife and I go around the grooves and actually just take your time. At the end of this job, actually, I will show you pictures and everything. And you remove the vinyl, take your time because sometimes it snags and you didn't cut it all the way through. And then you rip the vinyl and you gotta start all over. Okay. Fingernails work the best tool. They're soft, they don't scratch. They're great. Okay, the only thing left is the top of the door. Okay, for this one, we like to have the door on. It's just better installing with the door. I had an emblem right here. Usually they're just glued on with a sticker, and you just kind of remove it and you just get goo gone or goof off and clean the gunk off. And when you're installing it, make sure get it as clean as possible. Oh, there it is right there. I'm not sure what this is, but it's a sensor, so we're just going to put everything back to its original state. Okay, now this is what I'm talking about. This has a round door. And on the round doors, you do not go up and down. You go from left to right. Just want to make sure you want to get it as smooth as possible. There's no dirt or dust or anything like that. If there's like a little speck of something, the vinyl will show it, especially on a gloss. Okay. Here's the last part of the door. I'm just wondering if you can actually see something. I just want to show you. There's like a little vinyl dot here, and a dot here, and actually another dot down here. But that just indicates the corners of the door. But as a round door, you want to go from left to right. Let me show you. Or right to left, or whatever you feel comfortable. Okay, as you can see, the vinyl's papers in the back. I'm going to aim for that little gray dot for this little corner right here. I just pinch it right there, and I'm aiming for that little gray dot in that corner right there. Should be perfectly lined up. Now it's all tagged up. I'm double checking, making sure it's actually going all the way around, and it does. And I'm just kind of tacking it on right there. I'm going to cut the X off, and well, you already seen that one. So, grabbing the paper, holding the paper over here and holding this over here. I'm grabbing the squeegee, and I'm just going to go right to left. And I'm not trying to make this as easy as possible, but I'm just kind of showing you, you kind of relax and don't force anything. Kind of make sure the vinyl lays down. You know, it doesn't lay down. Okay. Somehow I got a hair back there. If you get hair or I call little boogers, wet your finger. The finger, when you have a wet finger, your finger doesn't stick to the vinyl, and you can actually grab that little booger a lot easier. And on the gloss, like I said, you can see every little bump, if there is like a little bump. It's kind of weird how I got that one here right. Oh, anyway. Okay, so you can see I still have the paper in my hand. Why I do that is because I don't want to warp the vinyl. Okay. Now, I'm going to go around the edge and use my thumb again. Just going to tack it onto this wall right here, and it should be nice and safe. Okay, these have a little vinyl. I'm going to actually use my thumb, get as close as I can, use my knife. I'm going to grab right at the corner, and I'm going to go straight up. Same thing right here. I'm going to go right in the corner and go straight over. There. Same thing right here. And these are the small details. And every refrigerator is a little bit different. A lot of refrigerators don't have these kind of grooves on top. Okay. So on this, I'm going to use my heat gun. It's going to soften up the vinyl a little bit, activate the glue. And I'm going to push in where that groove is at. You can kind of see the vinyl dancing a little bit. Okay, around the corners right here, I would just heat up the vinyl as much as you can. You don't want to heat it too far, or you're going to actually, it's called burning the vinyl. You lose the gloss. And actually you can burn it. I had it on low heat on the heat gun. Okay. Going along here. So make sure I got all of it. Okay, after that is, I'm just going to use my fingernail and get in there. Going to hit the bottom now. I can kind of see where the bottom's at. I got my knife in here. It's partially open. I'm doing a 45 this way and a 45 this way. Okay. Now, you can see the doors are still touching. So I'm going to put my knife against the body, do the 45-degree angle, and cut straight down. Same thing over here.
And that's just for the print. You want us to come down with the hand, but this stuff's so easy to work with. You can even stick it to itself and come right back down. But it's strong enough to stay on the wall. Get up there. Out of here now. Okay. No. Yeah, 2.0. Okay. Do you want it just in silver, or you want to go the full color with? Okay.
Okay. When you want to go around the weather stripping, you pull it up a little bit. I'm not cutting into the strip or the seal. Actually, oops. I'll go this way. Okay, we are done. So make sure everything is all nice and tight. Got a checklist. So this is the end product of the full service refrigerators, and if you're looking for anything like this remotely, you can go to rmwraps.com. Go. Right now it's just only mini fridge services, but if you want a full service, you can same thing. But we just need to know what kind of refrigerator you want or mini fridge you want. You can go to bestbuy.com, check those out, or you can go to Home Depot or Walmart or anything like that for the mini fridges and everything. But the Best Buy is probably the best thing you can do, because the Best Buy, we have 2 of them in our local areas, so we can actually go down, pick them up, and bring them here. It's a lot safer and easier for that way. Other than that, tell me what you think about these videos. If this helps you out, if you got some good ideas, if you got projects you want to come up with, we can help you with that too. But definitely check out the rmwraps.com. If you need to contact me, you can go to rmwraps at gmail.com. Email me what you want, projects, or you can phone me. It's 208-696-1180. And ask me or tell me I need something like this. So, all right, guys. Thanks. And if you like this, subscribe to me and kind of go from there.